project. So I'm really happy to be here and want to welcome my esteemed, beautiful Devorah Stieglitz.
Thank you.
It is finally her turn. Devorah!
Wow, thank you, Nechama. Wow. Okay, we're going to start right away. All right, because I have to make it to the airport.
Yeah, I did.
Class.
She was on there?
Okay.
Because she told it's on.
It's on.
I removed the screen so you wouldn't have to watch yourself speaking.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right. Okay, what we're doing right now is we're doing a class. Everyone sit up. Do this to your shoulders. Do this.
Yeah, we're all hunched.
We're
too comfy.
Yeah. Move your neck. Okay, physiology is really important to move around.
Only now I'm realizing I'm stuck on
body and soul is one. So when we have our blood moving and we get much more focus and attention, and we're able to have more energy, and we're able to focus more and to concentrate more and absorb more. Okay, so it's really important once a day or 10 times a day to just dance. All right. Okay, let's start. Okay, so here we go. This topic of tonight's class is start the year in a way that is guaranteed to change your life. So we're starting the year now, okay? And it's Cheshvan, it's a month away from Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, and Sukkot. So we are in a time right now where there's a tremendous amount of momentum, okay? Spiritually, I'm talking about. There's a lot of momentum spiritually. So if I'm able to understand that spirituality and I'm able to tap into it, and I'm able to really, it's almost like when you go swimming and you kick off the wall. So you go much faster in the beginning, and then afterwards you have to swim. It has to come from you. In the beginning, it doesn't come from you. In the beginning, it's like from the momentum of kicking off the wall. So right now, let's harness this momentum, because afterwards, like when we're in the dead of winter and we're further away from this time, and it's harder to get that spirituality because we're not in that kind of spiritual time, then it has to come more from us, from our own energy, from our own will. Okay, so right now, what I want to do right now is give us tools, give us really solid tools to understand how to be able to do this, this growth thing. Now, growth, okay, when I say growth, what we're talking about is it's important to say Hashem is always with me and Hashem loves me, and all the things that we learn in high school and that we learn in wherever and that we know, right, and that Hashem does everything for a reason. But push comes to shove, okay, we need more. We need more than what we've, you know what it's called? It's called, my rabbi says this all the time. He says it's almost like we need a shock effect. We need a shock effect. We need to be able to shock ourselves every so often, like to really be able to bring ourselves into kind of like a new spurt, to constantly rejuvenate this thing that's happening. Because once I rejuvenate this thing that's going on inside of me, then my overall life is changed, okay? My vibe, my energy, my relationships, my chinuch habanim, my dating, my whole perception of my life. And that's what we have to do till the day we die. It's a shock effect, to constantly bring myself, and not wait for anyone to do it for me, but to really do it to myself. Like we end up in a slump, like we sit, at first we sat down, right? And everyone like sitting, and after everyone finished, everyone's like this. I don't know if you noticed. I should take a picture. Okay, and so the shock effect is to sit back up and to move around and to get more energy and to be able to then approach the next thing that's coming up with a different kind of a feeling, of a vibe, and that's what we're doing right now. Okay, so number one is to always remember that no one is coming to save you. Not your husband, not your parents, not your bank account, not your children, not your job, not your future, not that vacation. No one is saving you. That means that the quality of your life is always going to be dependent on how much you shock yourself. Shocking yourself means, when I say shocking yourself, it means to throw yourself out of that comfort zone, where it means that the thing that's the hardest is to throw yourself in. For example, dedicating yourself. Now, it's so not my type to dedicate myself to a weekly class. Or so not my type right now to go to yoga twice a week. Or so not my type, or like I don't have the patience, I don't know, I have so much going on. All of our lists of excuses, we take it, we throw it in the fire, and we do it anyway. I can't go swimming, I'm fat, I'm embarrassed, I'm in a bathing suit, I have cellulite. No one cares. You do it. You do it. You just put yourself in a place where you create that You don't wait for someone to give you a chance. You don't wait for an opportunity to open up. You create opportunities in your life. That is the only way that you're going to have an awesome life. That's it. You throw yourself in the deep and you figure out how to swim when you get there. You say yes to life. And once the lists of excuses start piling up in your mind, you slap yourself. Feel free. Okay? Slap yourself and you throw yourself into the deep. Today's class is going to be about how to start the year off in a way that is guaranteed to change your life. Now, people don't believe in guarantees. There are no guarantees in life, so there are guarantees in life. Okay, where are you going? To the bathroom. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we're going to do like some
She can hear you from the bathroom, don't worry.
I don't know if that's a good thing. So the thing is like this, okay? There are guarantees in our life. What's a guarantee? If you have someone that weighs 500 pounds and you tell him right now, you don't have to feel and look this way. You can feel and look great. Do you want to feel and look great? And he'll be like, yes, great. So here is the process. You work out, you drink water, you eat this stuff every single day. You stop eating now, okay? You do a fast day once a week, okay? You do this, in 6 months from now, your life will be a completely different experience on this planet, right? Meaning there are guarantees in life. There are certain things that do work, okay? Just like when we said last time, that when we did in our Emunah conference, that Eov said, right? That which I fear the most, I attract, comes to me. Why? Because where energy goes, right? Where focus goes, energy flows. Which means the thing that I'm focused on, whether it's good or bad, that's what I'm going to attract into my life. So instead of focusing on the problem, which we all do all the time, which is the crux of the Emunah conference, focusing on the problem and the what ifs, and if I go there, what's going to happen, and if I send my child there, what's going to be, and if this guy says no to me, then what then, and if I don't have money, then what's going to be, right? Instead of focusing on the problem, which we're all at, where focus goes, energy flows. We don't want our energy to go there. We don't want the attraction to be there. Our mind's a magnet, and what we entertain, we attract. Okay? And that's the reality. So we brought in so many sources, and we learned all the sources, and we did Rav Dessler, and we did Rabbi Nachman, and we did so many different, and Paleoites, and we did so many different concepts. And there are so many more swarm that I'm discovering recently that say the same exact message. The message is in many different more ways, but the message is bottom line. You keep yourself and your mind and your space in a place of where you want to be, what you want to see, where you are going, your goals, your wants, and be wild in your expectations of your life. Not small-minded. Yeah, as long as I, can cover my bills and, just like be okay and dodge bullets and, get into a fight with my husband just twice a month, and then everything will be good. No, because that's not the life you want. So because we've all come to a place in our lives where we're just like, I don't want much. I don't want much. Why not? Who told you not to want much? Is there a mitzvah that says don't want much? Want much. Want very much. Want very much. And we know that this stuff, as beautiful as that tree is, but Rabbi Haller says you can walk into a hall and you can listen to the most incredible music, right? But no matter how much you try, when you walk out, that music is not going to fill you. You heard it. You can walk into a house, walk up to a buffet and eat the most decadent cake ever. And you're like, oh my God, I get this experience right now. But when it's over, it's over. Yeah. It's become a part of you only in space, not in quality, right? It hasn't filled you internally. So when I say no one's coming to save us, that means no one will be able to ever fill you on a happiness level. No one will ever be able to bring you to a level of spirituality that you're craving for or want. No one will ever be able to love you the way you want to be loved. Unless you first fill that up for yourself. Once you fill that up for yourself, you just attract it in other people. All of a sudden, this person's loving you like crazy. The wives that are like groveling after their husbands for love, right? Why is he running away, and why is she groveling after him? Because she doesn't love herself. So she's trying to get it from him because she thinks it's going to come from him. And meanwhile, it's like the biggest turn off from him, right? Because he can't love her. He can't possibly love her if she doesn't love herself, because that's the way it works in this world. It's all energy, like we learned in our physics class. It's all energy. I think I did it in the 5th class, and we did some quantum physics there. That everything boils down to energy. Everything boils down to energy. And if you take an atom and you boil an atom down to energy. Everything is energy. We're all energy. My energy looks like this. This is the energy that came out from the energy that's happening within me. All the molecules, the atoms, the way it works, this is what it's made up of. We're all energy. So energy always attracts energy, likened energy. So what you see in your life, you have to know is a mirror of where you are with yourself. So if you want to change your life, change yourself. And if you want to change yourself, change your mind. And if you want to change your mind, how do you do that? You have to understand that you will attract what is going on in your mind. You are a magnet. Your mind is a magnet. So where you are in your mind, you are going to be in your life. Your life, as you see it today, is a magnet of how you have been thinking for the past few months. So our mind is Kodesh Kodashim. Our mind is Kodesh Kodashim because what we do with our minds and where we are in our minds is where we're going to experience our life. And Hashem gives us Bechira Chofshit. Come in. Hashem gives us Bechira Chofshit, which means Hashem gives us free choice. And Hashem wants the most for us and the best for us. It's like us with our kids. I want the most for you. I want the best for you. I want you to succeed. I want you to love life. I want you to be on top of the world. I want you to be happy. I want you to be a giver. I want you to be a lover of humanity. I want the most for you. But if my child is sitting and playing arcades all day, and is on his phone all day, and has no cheshik, and has no want and thirst for life, no matter how much I can want for him, he has to want it himself. That's our relationship with God. Okay? So people are always like, Hashem, make it work. Hashem, make it happen. Hashem, have come. Hashem. And we come to Hashem like broken pieces. And Hashem's like, make it happen, girlfriend. Make it happen, my child. Make it happen. I want it for you, and if you show me that you want to make it happen, I'm opening the path for you. But it can't be that I'm like, Hashem, 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 and in my mind I'm like, but what if, and what if I'll be broke, and what if I'm going to get divorced, or what if this happens, or what if my child's going to go off the derech, or what if my child has a learning disability and I have to send him to school, that's whatever, what is everyone else going to say, and what if everyone's going to look at what if, and what if, and what if, then Hashem's like, I cannot help you, because you're sitting on the arcades all day. I want the world for you, but you're not moving. So move! Partners in creation. Partners in creation of our lives. So what we're doing right now is I'm giving you right now, I'm going to give you something that has really changed my life over the last month. Okay? This is like a new thing, okay? This is a very new thing for me, and so exciting for me that like I wake up in the middle of the night sometimes like just excited by this clarity that all of a sudden I've received, okay? So here it is, okay? And if we follow these steps, and they're easy steps, and they're good steps, if we follow these steps, by the way, this is all going to be on YouTube, so if you wanted to go home and then take notes, it's good. This is your avoda, okay? Let's just put all the inspiration aside and all the beautiful things aside and all okay? This has nothing really to do with me. It has everything to do with you. You are the creator of your own life. You are the creator of your own script. You are the creator of your own, you're not a victim in it. Life is not happening to you, it's happening for you. You're not a victim in it. So you have a choice. You can be a victim or you could be a victor. You see, when we're given this life that we're given, so we have our own script, right? We want to go to this school, we want to marry that person, we want to have such a life, and we want to have such a bank account, and we want to have such health, and we want to be able to have such kids. And this is our script. And this is what's good, and this is what's not good, and we don't want this on our script. Okay? And then we get curveballs. Hashem sends us this, and this, and this, and this. I was the last person in the world to think I would ever get divorced. I was not going to get divorced. I went out with over 100 men. I was super selective. I would come to my dates like this. Everyone had to take a number. Seriously, that's how I felt. I was just like, if you want to marry me, then I have to see what you have to offer me, right? That was not my script, right? It wasn't happening for me or to me, right? And the thing is that Hashem gives us constantly. He throws us curveballs that are not in our script. So we break down. Why is this happening to me? Why is this my life? You know, and then what happens to us? It's called the hold on, I'll tell you what it's called. Missing tile syndrome. What's the missing tile syndrome? What do you notice? What do you notice? You will always notice in other people's lives what is missing in your life. So if you're not married, you're going to see that perfect family, that amazing husband who's also gorgeous. Right? And then what else? If you don't have any money, so what are you going to see? Oh, she's spending so much, and they have so much, and they're going on vacations, and she's buying her new sheitel and a new this and a new that. Right? Or if you don't have whatever, maybe a job or friends, you'll notice all her popularity and her 7,000 friends on Facebook, and right? Missing tile syndrome, which is we zoom in on the thing that we're missing the most. Okay, that's the human mentality, and that's how we're built. So our avoda is like this. Our avoda is to know that and know this. So I have so much to say. So we have to know this, and then we have to know this because it's so important. These tools are like, this class can, if you never listen to another class in your life, and you have only this class can keep you going for the rest of our lives. Because what we're about to learn today, okay, and what we're covering right now is really the ABCs, the stepping stones of life. And if we're able to master this, life will be amazing for us, no matter what happens. No matter what happens. So number one, we have to know that this. Hashem will send us things over the course of our lives, so until we leave this world, that will surprise us, that we haven't anticipated, and it wasn't according to our script. One second, it wasn't on my shopping list. So where did this come from? That will not be on our list of things. So whether it's that bill that we can't pay, or whether it's that relationship that we can't save, or whether it's that child that we can't help, or whether it's that health that we have no idea what's happening with and where did my health go, right? Or whatever it may be, wherever it may be, the approach always has to be this. Whatever is on my plate, I am able to take on. So if I cry about it, and I can, it could be hard, and I can feel like it's hard, and I can feel like it's painful, and I should experience the pain, and I should experience the ache of it. But the mentality always has to be, I can take this, which means I can do this. I can do this. I am not a victim. It's happening for me, and I'm going to be able to do this. I didn't think I had the tools to do this. I remember before I got divorced, I remember just a few months before I got divorced, the thought would paralyze me. I would drive and I would shake. The thought, everyone was going to know that divorced, so I was getting divorced. Oh my gosh, what am I going to be? No one's going to hire me. I'm never going to be able to speak again in my life. What's going to be? What am I going to do? Okay, I'll be under a secretary. Right? And just paranoia would grip my body. Right? And I came to the point where it was do or die. Okay, I don't want to die, so I'll do. We'll just jump in and we'll take a leap and we'll see what happens. So first and foremost is to know that whatever is being handed to you, you don't know if it's good or bad. It seems bad in the moment, but you can't know. And you don't know. My biggest turning points in my life were always from things that I would have paid money, a lot of money, to have avoided. And those were the things that turned me around the most and brought me to my inspiration and brought me to my own greatness and brought me to my own excitement for life. Those specific things. How did I even come to Judaism? I came to Judaism because I got beat up in public school for being Jewish. So I had to leave because I was beat up for being Jewish, so I went to yeshiva. Otherwise, I was loving it in public school. So that brought me here. So even if we're like, okay, so yeah, I can take this on, okay, I can do this, yeah, Hashem gives us the tools to like whatever. No, you see a tiny little part of a gigantic picture that you don't know if it's good or bad for you. And let me just reassure you right now and tell you that is the best for you. That this specific thing that you feel like it's the hardest is going to be your, this is from here you will sprout, from here you will grow, from here you will get your wings. From this specific thing. Not from all the things that you think are the good things. From this specific thing, from that difficult child, from that hardship, from that difficult marriage, from your hard feelings with yourself, from those things. Because those things that's Hashem's buttons in your life. So that's point number one. Point number two. Point number one, again, I just want to wrap it up and just say, the bad is not bad. The bad is always usually the best. So the bad is the best. Point number two. The Torah says that there's a concept that's called Lo alecha amlecha ligmor. It's not up to you to finish things. What are we talking about? The concept is like this. Okay, this is the part that makes me up in the middle of the night. Right? This is awesome. Okay. This is the approach to life. We want to be able to have a really deep and meaningful relationship with life. This is the approach. The approach is like this. It's two-part. Number one is, where am I? To think in yourself, where am I? So we come into this world alone, and we leave this world alone. Everything that happens along the way is all our help in order to be able to become more of ourselves. It's all us in this world to be able to bring Hashem's name into this world and to fix something that has not been fixed in the world and to fix something that's broken in the world. Even though we think that we're here to fill the holes, to raise these kids, to change diapers, to I don't know, to have a job, to pay my bills, to be able to pay my car, to whatever, right? In essence, all of these things are in order for me, because there's never going to be another you on this planet. And there never was another you on this planet, and there's never going to be another you on this planet. That means that there's something very, very specific to your being here. There's something very, very, very big, especially if you're a Yid, that there's something very specific to being a part of this nation. Right? To being a part of this light. So if we're here, and if there's never going to be someone like us. There's never going to be someone with this tafkid, with this tika, and there's something very specific to our existence here, to our 60, 70, 80, 90 years in this world. Okay? Because let's be real. All right? No one's making it to 120. Sorry, but it's not happening. And the people that have make it, my father was telling me about an interview of this lady that's 110 years old, and the whole interview she was just like, I just want to die. That's all she was saying. I just want to die. Can someone make me die? Like, she was just done. Like, take me away. Like, I'm done, you know? She was just like in her bed all day from morning to night. She's like, I don't want to be here anymore. I'm done. I'm done. I did my job. I'm done. Okay, so let's just face it that it's you know, by the time we're like 80, it's just gonna be like, all right, you know, we're pretty much on this chair. Unless we do some yoga and eat spinach and kale, and who knows what's gonna happen when we're 80. So that's the reality. Okay, so we're we're here for a certain amount of time, and we have a certain thing that we have to fix that's not fixed, and we have to, as Jews, we have to be able to bring God's light into the world. That's our mission. That's our global mission here. Okay, so specifically to understand this, that my job here is to focus on one thing only. And what is that? My job here is to focus on what I am doing now, what I plan on doing, what my dreams are, where I'm going, what I want to change in the world, what I want to do, not the hows. Not the hows of doing it. I have no idea how I'm going to write a book. I have no idea how I'm going to continue making videos, and I have no idea how I'm going to continue paying my bills. I do not know. But my job is not to think about that anymore. I don't want to think about, Bernice, you're going to be in for a whole new experience. Okay? I don't want to think about it anymore. I'm not going to think about how anymore. What I'm going to think about is what it is that I'm going to bring into the world, what it is that I'm going to bring into my home, what it is that I'm going to show my children, what it is that I'm going to become, how healthy I will be, how emotionally healthy I will be, where I want to see myself in 5 years, what I'm going to do in order to get there, but not how. Meaning the outcomes have nothing to do with me. Is it going to sell? Am I going to make money? Will I get married? How is my child going to, succeed in school? Will I get insurance? How am I going to pay? None of that. That is none of our business. Torah tells us, Lo alechem l'chalik mo. Your business is not about the outcome. Hashem is taking care of the outcome. Your business is in the planning. Your business is in the creating. In the creating the moment. That's our business. Our business is, our focus only has to be in where I want to see myself, how I want to be, what I want to have in my mind, how grand I want my neshama to be, to experience myself in this world. That's my territory. Beyond that, you're crossing lines, you're crossing boundaries, you're overstepping. All the what ifs, but what if? And what if I never get married? And what if I never have a child? And what if, and what if, and what if? Stop yourself. That's none of your business. That's none of your business. Your business is only in the focus of the now. That's it. Okay? And that's a very, very big deal. Because when we don't spread ourselves thin, bless you, when we don't spread ourselves thin, we will You're leaving?
Yeah, because we're waiting for me. I have to go.
Okay. Can I give you a hug?
Yes.
Oh wait, can you hold this? Wait, I have something.
Yeah. Wait. She has something to give you.
Oh,
Parting gift.
Favorite.
What are we getting? Beneath. She's so sneaky. She's so like sketchy like.
Bernice. I want to work for Bernice. I want to be Bernice's assistant.
She'll never tell you what she's up to. She'll never tell you a full story. Love it.
Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you all.
Bye.
You. See you on the
Thank you
chat.
so much.
Bye.
Love you. Be in touch.
Oops. I didn't go say it.
You look gorgeous.
SD.
Love it. Okay, so that's number one. Okay, I mean that's number 4 on our list today. Okay, so that's number 4. The outcome has nothing to do with us. It's only our focus is only on what we'll plan on being. So this is what the next part is. What I want you to do when you go home. Okay, this was my avodah on the plane. Okay, the part that I didn't like this part. We wrote it over. My avodah on the plane was like this. You write your life, the life that you wish you had, in the present tense. I'm walking with my beautiful husband on the beach. He's so kind and loving, understanding, and fulfilled. My life feels so fulfilled. I'm happy. I'm full. I'm giving to the world. I'm bringing down the Or and Sof. I'm bringing down the light of Hashem. I am a shaliach in this world. I am helping everyone I see. I see the light in everyone that I see. I see the neshama in everyone that I meet. I want to give people hope. I'm giving people hope. I'm giving people, I'm letting people connect to their own kindness and their own love. Right? Whatever it is that you want, write it in the present tense and be in that moment. Meaning, when you're writing this, and write this all the time, I'm planning on doing this all the time, every single day, because it's going to change. New things are going to come to mind, okay? Keep your mind always, okay? I don't know why, but I always feel like it's on this side. Keep your mind on this side. Keep your mind on this side. And let me give you a mushal, because I feel like a mushal will really bring it down to life. Imagine a puppet on strings. Imagine a puppet on strings, right? Now imagine this puppet had a brain, and the guy that was pulling the strings of this puppet, he knew exactly how to make the puppet move and which direction to make the puppet move because there's a show going on. There's a puppet show, right? So he knew how he wanted this puppet to move its head, its arms, right? And imagine this puppet had a brain, and this puppet was like, I don't want my arm to go up here. I want my arm to go up here. But meanwhile, there's a whole segment here that he's doing, and there's a mahalach here, and we're going somewhere with this little puppet show. But meanwhile, the puppet is butting in the whole time, and the puppet's like, no, I want to do it this way. I want to do it this way. And after a while, everything gets caught, and all the strings get tangled, and the puppet's like, what are you doing? Right? And the guy's like, what are you doing? Right? Just stay still. Right? Let me take you from here. And that's exactly what we're talking about. When we try to control our lives and control the outcomes of our lives and be like, I know what's right, and be in that mode and try to like manipulate everything to fit into our plan and to fit into our puzzle and to fit into our script, then really what we're doing is we're not allowing our lives to really be able to be our lives. All we have to do, we have to be in a zone of this. It's very simple. It's very simple and it's very empowering. The zone we have to be in is this. I'm a puppet, I'm on strings, which means Hashem knows exactly where He wants you, where He's taking you. The only thing that's blocking Him is your interference. Your interference means the whys, the what ifs, the stress, the anger, the I oppose. That's our interference. When you oppose what's happening to you in your life, when you say, I don't agree with this is not fair, I don't like this, stop it. Right? That is you getting tangled up in the strings. And when we get tangled up in the strings, it takes Hashem a lot longer to untangle us and to set us on our way. And that's why Chazal say that any surim belo chet, that the chataim that we do, the avirot that we do. And what's the avirot? The avirot is where it's when we cross our boundaries. It's where it says no entry and we enter anyway. when we enter anyway, when we go into a space of where it says no entry, this is none of your business. You're not supposed to be in this territory. This is not where you're supposed to be. In the worries and the fears and the stress and the anger. Don't be there, because all that energy you're wasting, and it's an avera. You're crossing a line. That's not your business. You're in my territory right now, Hashem is saying, and you're making it complicated for yourself. So when you're worried and when you're fearful and when you're scared, you're crossing a line that shouldn't be crossed. That's not where you don't matter here. We don't need your help over here in this area. So that's an avera. And in Israel, you say averat tnuah. When people do what's it called in English? Like a driving, when you go against the law and you do like a stop sign and you don't listen. What's that called? A moving violation. Exactly, it's a violation. It's a violation. That's averat tnuah, is a moving violation. So that's an avera. It's a violation. You're violating something that has nothing to do with you. It's not you're violating something. Right? We're violating something when we're in that space. So we have to understand this. This is the bottom line of all of it. This is the crux of our life. And if we get this, life is going to present itself in a whole different way to us. Right? Not in a stressful way anymore. And so many things on my to-do list, and I don't know where to start. And get in the car, let's go, come on, Thomas. None of that anymore. None of that anymore. Our approach to life is from this angle. I know that there are going to be things in my life that I don't understand, and they're going to be difficult for me to understand. So I know that what looks bad is really the best. So that's number one. I know that if I start worrying and I get fearful, then I'm really going to make it more complicated for myself. And Yisurim belochet, which means that I only get Yisurim, things only get harder and more complicated in my life when I'm in a place of chet, when I'm in a place of overstepping. When we overstep and we move into that place of worry and fear, we create more Yisurim in our life. This is Chazal. We create more Yisurim in our life. More Yisurim in our lives means more complications. A longer way to get to where we want to go. We take a detour. A much longer way to get onto the highway. Hashem wants us on the highway, and we take a much longer way to get there. Because, I know better. And this is wrong, or this is bad, or why are you doing this to me? Or I disagree. And being in that negative space, in that self-pity place, in that I'm a victim, and this is happening to me. And why is he talking to me that way? Or why is this happening to me? And putting ourselves in that place, it's really making our life much more complicated and then taking us on a longer detour. The approach always has to be this. It's two parts. Number one, the first part is I am a partner in the creator of my life. I'm partners in creation. That means that the only thing that I can contribute, and it's the biggest thing, and it's the only place where I should exert my energy, the only place I should exert my energy is how am I contributing? What do I want? Where am I going? How can we make that happen? But not in terms of the outcome. Not in the how. You just jump in and you'll figure out how to swim. Not the outcomes, because the outcomes take us to a place of, I don't know. No, I'm going to fail. Nobody's going to sign up. I can't do this. What if I fail? What if it's not for me? What if I'm not cut out for this? What if this is larger than me? What if I'm no. That's the Avera place. Okay? Has the red tape. We don't go there. Okay? Partners in creation. What I want, I attract. My mind is a magnet. Fill my mind up with the things that I want to be, that I want to experience, that I'm going to experience, that I'm sure I'm going to experience, that I'm sure I'm going to have. If I open myself up to it and I say yes to it. Having very little to do with how to make it happen. The house Hashem will take care of. And I promise you the house Hashem will take care of. Let me tell you this little story. A very recent one. I'm standing in front of my mirror 2 months ago. And I'm saying to myself, okay, so I'm gonna be done covering my hair. Because my wigs are so ugly and so burnt. You don't see it on the videos because I hide it so good. But they're so burnt and they're so ugly. Like, I just don't know what to do anymore. Like, and I'm not even married. This is like beyond an isayun for me. Beyond an isayun. You think it's hard to cover your hair when you're married. It's like, you're not even married. Like, It's beyond an isayon. And like I went to my sister's house one day and she looked at me and she's like, okay, you can't come into my house anymore. I'm like, why not? She's like, because you look like you're 95 and you can't wear that thing on your head anymore. I love you so much. Bye, get out. And I was like, what? You have to love me. And she was just like, every time she saw me, she's like, you cannot wear that wig. So, what would the old Devorah do? Oh my gosh, I have to get a wig. What do I do? Okay, go online, wigs. Where do I get an inexpensive wig? Because it's really expensive to buy a wig now. And what do I do? And what do I do? So, what was my new approach? My new approach is, okay, I'm partners in creation. So right now I have to create something. I have to bring something from nothing to something, which means that I have the power to do that. I have the power to bring something from nothing to make it happen and see it actualize in my life. Okay, so what's the right way to do that? Is the right way to do that to stress? No, we know that that's the wrong way to do that. We know that if we stress, we push it away. So I'm not going to stress. But wait, I don't have enough money for a $2,000 wig. What do I do? That's not my problem. That's your problem. Great. So what's my area? Where do I come into the picture? Oh, my area? My area is to, first of all, imagine what I want. What kind of a wig do I want? I want an Irene wig. Don't ask me why I want an Irene wig. The first thing that pops into my head is I want an Irene wig. It's a line, it's a company, whatever, Bernice doesn't know. So it's just like people that are involved in wig world, so they just know the names. So I wanted an Irene. Okay, now I know an Irene costs between $1,700 and $2,000, like a nice wig that I wanted. All right, I don't have $2,000 for a wig right now. No. Okay, so now I'm thinking that. So I'm thinking, Deborah, what do you want? So I'm writing to myself. Okay, I want an Irene wig. What does it look like? I found a picture online, and it's exactly what I wanted it to look like. Okay, that's the picture I want. That's what I want it to look like. Okay, good. Now what are you gonna do? Now I'm gonna talk to Hashem. So I do is Bododus. I do the whole Bododus on covering my hair, and I want to do the mitzvah. And I know that it's a thing, and I know that it's not pasha to take it off. I know it's not pasha to stopping doing a mitzvah after you've done it for so long. Thing, right? So I'm talking to Hashem about it, but I'm talking to Hashem, and I don't know Hashem, I need a wig, and I can't afford one. Hashem, it's so hard to be me. No, I'm not there. Where am I? I'm in a place of, okay, Hashem, this is what you want from me. I want to look beautiful, and it's a mitzvah to look beautiful. And I'm young, so I want to look beautiful. And I need hair. So you know where my hair is. Send my hair to me. Okay. And the next thing I do is I think in my brain of what to do. So I called one friend who lives here. And I said to this one friend, this was 2 weeks ago, and I said to this one friend, hi, Devorah. Devorah, okay, I need a wig. I don't know how to make this happen. Can you help me make this happen? She's like, what do you need a wig for? Like, my wigs are done. Okay. And then Devorah calls me 3 days before I get to New York, which was last week, Monday. And she said, Devorah, I'm on my way to Brooklyn. I'm getting you a wig. And I said, oh my gosh, so how much is it going to cost me? She's like, how much can you pay? I said, I can pay $400. And she said, okay, let me work it out. And then I get to New York on Thursday, and Devorah calls me. And Devorah says to me, Devorah, I have 3 wigs for you to pick from. Can you come to my house? And I said, oh my God, are you serious? I said, what company is it? And she said, I can't tell you. I'm so sorry. I said, come on, tell me. She's like, Devorah, I cannot tell you. I said, okay. So last night I went to her house. Last night I went to Devorah's house. And I was in Devorah's house last night, and she had 3 wigs for me to try on. And I get to her house, and I'm looking at the wigs, and I look at the tag, and what does it say?
Irene. Is that it?
Yes.
Yeah, I noticed that.
And I came from cutting it right now because it was raw. I just cut it this morning, and this is my new wig. So from nothing to something, and it happened. And you know what? The process was so chill, And the old me would have been like, oh my gosh, am I gonna afford it? Right? None of that anymore. None of that. Okay? And so if your life is not perfect, and if your house is not perfectly in order, and your kids are not perfectly listening, and everything is not perfectly whatever, all you have to do is put yourself in a space of attracting what it is that you want by thinking about it, by focusing on it, by seeing it actualizing in your life, by feeling it, by tasting it, by really embracing it in your life, by talking to Hashem about it, by thanking Him for it. I thanked Him for it before I even got it. I thanked Him for the wig before I even got a wig. Thank you, Hashem, for the beautiful wig, for the beautiful Irene wig. But if it's not an Irene, it's okay, right? Thank you, right? And all of a sudden you attract it. And it happens to me all the time now. How does it happen? A lot. It happens a lot when you clean your brain out from all the negativity and the toxicity. You clean it out, all the low self-esteem things of I don't know, I don't deserve it, who am I don't like myself, I don't do enough, and all the pointing negative fingers that we have in ourselves all the time of look at my life, look at my house, look how disorganized I am, look at everyone else, look how accomplished they are, look how amazing their shopping tables is, look how many guests they have, look how much money they have, all of that negativity. I promise you that if you take all of that stuff out of your brain and only start entertaining what you would like to attract, all the gratitude that you have for your life, for your health, for your money, for your kids, for your shalom bayis, for your roof that you have over your head, for your bed that you're sleeping on, for the pillow that you have under your head at night. If you're going to be in that space, you will attract so much more of that. So much more blessing and goodness. Okay? And you will be able to perform and to produce so much more with your life. Because when we are in a space of smallness, we get paralyzed, and we get depressed, and we get sad, and we become bitter, and we isolate ourselves from everybody else, and from everything else that's good. But when we're in a space of gratitude and love, and then we attract gratitude and love. More things to be grateful for, more things to love, more people to love, more people that love us. And when we want something, just start fantasizing about it. Start feeling it. Start thinking what it feels like, what it looks like. Start writing about it in the present tense. That's it. Use your imagination. Your imagination is huge. We don't know what we want anymore. What do you want from life? To be happy. To pay my bills. Can we go a little further than that? Can we start imagining it? Can we get colors to that? We got some colors on that beach. We have to get some colors in that house. What kind of house do you want to live in? Where do you want to live? What does it look like? What does he look like? What does it look like? What does that baby look like? What does that job look like? What does that future look like? Smell it, taste it, fill it in with some color, make it real, make it come to life. That's how we attract it, not by bugging out over it. So that's really the chiddush that I wanted to make here. How to guarantee of changing our lives this year, the guarantee is to know that if you're doving to the process, if you cling to the process that works, you are guaranteed to change your life. You are guaranteed to see a change in your life. You want to have a better marriage? You want your husband to excel? You want him to be happier? You want him to do well? See him in that light. Don't think, my husband is he doesn't know how to do anything. He doesn't even know how to change a light bulb. You want him to change a light bulb. Imagine him changing light bulbs. You want him to succeed. Imagine him succeeding. Believe in his success. Speak to him as if he's already succeeded. As if he already woke up for Shacharis. As if he already made that $1 million. As if he already overcame that anger, Mida. As if he already knows how to love you. As if he already knows how to see you. Speak to him from that place. It's Rabbi Nachman, Azamra. Speak to him from that area, because when you come from that place, you make things grow. You don't kill things. Yeah? Okay? So that's a very, very, very big one. Let me just see if I'm missing anything else. Hang on. Oh, just a Rabbi Nachman, okay, from Sichas Haran, and he says like this. This is a very good one. Tzarich lishmor al hamachshava. We have to protect our machshavos. We have to protect our thoughts. Okay, just like you protect your children, just like you protect them, you don't want anyone to touch them, anything to harm them. No one to say anything negative to them. Excuse me. If anyone touches them. Same. Hitev, tzarich lishmor al hamachshava hitev. You have to protect your thoughts very, very, very well. Okay, very, very well. And in the beginning of this process, maybe negative people that are always down on themselves and always talking to you about life and how bitter life is and terrible life is, maybe they're not the best people to be in touch with at first, until you get super strong in this area. Because our machshava can really create something that is alive. Not alive, but I am now. ככל שהיכול נשגבה יותר, So the more something is high, that's how far away, meaning if I scream, then the furthest this yell can get, my voice can get, is maybe upstairs to the top of the attic. Someone can really, really hear me, right? If I kick a ball, maybe I can kick it to the end of the block. Right? But if I think something, according to the Torah, according to Kabbalah, it's so great that it actually magnifies itself in Shemaim. It goes all the way up to the heaven, and heaven reflects it back into your life. That's how great it is. Our thoughts are more powerful than our words. Our thoughts are more powerful than our strength. You can have someone that's weak and nothing and can make major waves in this world. And you can have someone that's so strong, but their thoughts are so small, they can create only sadness and littleness here. Our thoughts go up to Shemayim and they get reflected back to us in our lives. So very, very big, okay? And also, just one more thing is to know your enemy. Is to know your enemy. Our enemy, it says in Bereshis, and I'm going to end with this, V'chol yetzer machshavot libo rak kol hayom. That's from Bereshis. And all of the yetzer within us, our machshavos tend to go to a place of rak kol hayom, only bad all day. Only bad all day. Missing tile syndrome. What do you notice? Imagine an empty, beautiful white wall, and I would never do that to you. I would draw a tiny little black dot, and I would ask you all, what do you see? What would you all say? Black dot. Because that's where our brains go. That's how we're created. That's how we are. We notice what's missing. We notice what stands out. Okay? So rak kol hayom, the Sofei Tevos in that word, and the Sofei Tevos of rak kol hayom is Amalek. And Amalek is something that exists, and we have to know what is our enemy. We have to be aware of our enemy. We have to know, we have to know that Amalek is resting in here all the time. That Amalek is within me, and I am living my life with an Amalek inside of me. When you're smart and you're strong, you know who your enemy is. And when you identify your enemy and you know where he is, you know how to be able to dodge him, to be able to beat him, to know how to talk to yourself, to be able to get around him. Okay? Rak kol hayom ze Amalek. Amalek is bilbul. Amalek is safek. Gematria of Amalek is safek, is doubt. Your self-doubt. Your negative self-talk. Your small thinking. You're being mean to yourself. You're being hard on yourself. All that's your enemy. Looking in the mirror, making peace with the enemy. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Looking in the mirror, making peace with the enemy. You have to know that the enemy is in here. That's it. That's it. The competition is yourself. Your only competition in this world is yourself. It's not your job, it's not your husband, it's not your kids. All of that, if you work here, all of that will simmer down. The more uprising you have in your life, the more uprising you know you have in here. So recognize your enemy. Know who he is. It's the voices in your mind that say you're not worthy, you're not good enough, you're never going to have that. Just stay small. This is all you deserve. You can't accomplish. That's your enemy. Get to know your enemy. Know that that's your enemy, and know how to approach your enemy about everything that we just learned, and everything that we just said, and everything that works, and what doesn't work, don't give your hand to. Don't allow yourself to go there, even though it's a misery comfort zone, and there's something good about being miserable, and there's something good about being depressed, and there's something good about being small and staying small. Yeah, it's you know that song Hotel California? You can check it anytime you like, but you can never leave. Right? That's what it means to hold hands with the Satan, with Satan. That's what it means. That's what it means. To give him your hand, to say, okay, I am. I don't know how to do this, and I'm not tech savvy, or I don't know what it takes, or who am I, or yeah. Okay? He's going to keep you locked up in that hotel, and you'll never be able to leave unless you understand that that's your enemy, and that's you, and that's where you're going, and you're aware of him, and you're aware of all those bad thoughts, and all those negative thoughts, and all those self-defeating thoughts. But we're not going to look there. We're going to look here. We're going to keep our eye on the future, not on what we haven't accomplished, and all of our faults and all of our failures. So that's in a nutshell. I think that that's the Emunah conference in a nutshell. And with you always a bracha. Know your strength. Connect to your strength. Know that you're all here to do something very great and something very, very big and something very wild. And think wild and go wild and live a wild life. And live a life that is beyond anyone's expectations, especially beyond yours. And dream big and think big, because the bigger you think, the more you'll have.
Amen.
And be in that space, and be that person for your kids, be that person for your husband, and most importantly, be that person for yourself. Because the bigger you get, the more you expand, the more your life will expand, the more the world will expand, the more Hashem expands here. And then you've done your tikkun. And then you fix the brokenness. So thank you so much. And spread this. Spread this wherever you go. It's not only Devorah. It's you and you and you and you and you. And start chaburas and do this and spread light. Because it's so much dark. Spread light. And if you're like, no, I don't speak like her. I don't have... Who cares? Speak yourself. Every single one of you that spoke, I was just like... Seriously, because we all have it.
Training.
We all have it. It's just the self-doubt. It's like, I can't, you know what? If you have something to say, Facebook Live, say it. Say it. Conquer the fears. Jump in. Not the hows, but what I want to do. Just do it. And you'll have people there. You know how many critics I have? You know how many critics I delete every single day? Oh, you're not my friend anymore. And you're not. And you're not my friend. I have so many. You know, but it doesn't matter. I'm not going to let them. What?
Do they keep you motivated?
No, they don't keep me motivated.
No, does it push you like, I know I'm doing the right thing?
No.
Does it help? Right? Does it help you make say the haters are making it worse, but now I'm stronger than?
No,
No,
I just
okay.
delete them.
Oh.
I just delete them because I know that anytime you try to do something good in this world, there are going to be people in this world that are always going to try to
100%.
pull you down. Because
It's usually the jealous people.
It's the
People
forces.
who don't see the right
It's the
thing.
forces. Whenever there's more good, there's going to be more bad.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
100%.
It's the forces.
Okay, we're
It's
all
not
your
them.
friends.
I know, my friends. So thank you again. And there's a lot to show. We're going to meet up again.
Amen.
And
Sure.
you guys all be emissaries. Okay? Wherever you go. And like Batsheva is doing incredible things for the Jewish people. Incredible things for the Jewish people. There's so many doers and shakers in this room. We all are. Shkoyach.
Thank you, Devorah.
Thank you.